Welcome back, everyone, to the 2024 Las Vegas Challenge, Round 3 Moving Day, back 9 coverage. This is the last 9 before the cut happens. Thank you to Innova for making this coverage possible, and our Patreon supporters for supporting us year after year. It means a lot. My name is Chris German. We have Derek Scull. We are Gatekeeper, the Key Masters, bringing you the commentary coverage here for this final 9 before the cut, going into Championship Sunday. So we take a look, Gannon, with that bogey there. How do you feel now that we are closing up, almost 75% through?
Well, like you said, at the end of the front 9, no one walked away from the front 9 without a bogey. So, and the front is the scoring portion, like you said as well. So, I'm looking to see who can kind of keep the train rolling.
We're going to move into hole 10, par 3, 388 feet. We have OB right down there by the water. I think these guys are going to hang something out left, kind of aim towards that tree and let something scoot on up, not even really bring the OB into equations.
Yeah, and like we saw previously, and like what we just saw from Emerson, forcing a forehand flex close to those trees on the left.
As soon as I say that, my man catches it and goes OB. Connor Rock held his own here on the front 9. And holding his own here at the start of the back 9. 20 feet for the birdie.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag, which is safer, the forehand or the backhand, because forehand, you run the risk of, like what we saw with Emerson. Backhand, we see the risk like we saw from Gannon.
Still like the forehand, because if you're going out of bounds, you're going out near the green, where, with Gannon's, if you turn that over, I mean, you might go out a little early and not really have a putt at that point. We'll see. Yeah, see. All right.
Textbook layup, though.
Right to left for Casey. Putter has not been on. That was a much-needed birdie. So he went +5 on 2 holes. Just trying to get his head above water here. Yeah, just like with the forehand, if you catch a skip or a roll or anything, you can save your par.
Left to right here for Emerson.
Good putt. Catches some gray here. Not the worst. So this basically came in a little over par, 0.1 over. Decent amount of birdies. Good amount of pars and some bogeys. Connor, one of those birdies as well. As the lead is shrinking here, my friend.
Yeah, with that birdie, Connor getting the lead on the card by a stick. Hole 11, 635-foot par 4. OB golf green early. OB all along the right side. I believe OB on the left with a path as well. That typically doesn't come into play. There's a play where you bail out a little early left and then have a solid approach into the green. But like we saw in round 1, there is a massive flex line that you can do to push into circle 2.
Go, go, go.
Very low from Casey. But but sticking into that bailout area.
Yeah, over years they've pushed this tee pad back and have moved the basket back. Used to be kind of similar to what hole 5 is. It was like a weird tweener that you can kind of reach, but only the elites. Where I think this just makes it a true par 4 for the guys.
Emerson flirting with that OB.
Gannon trying to get a move on this one. And good shot from him. Probably 250, 300 to the pin.
Oh, wow. Great approach from Casey.
Big. Up and over.
Oh, gotta love to see that.
Should be enough to get him back down to even. Good approach there from Connor as well.
Another left route. And another circle hit.
Yeah, you just kind of, like you said, bail out to the left, and then I think it really opens up a good line. Where Gannon's so far up that he needs to just go right at the pin.
Yeah, I mean, in round 1, we saw him about, like 60 to 70 feet further up than where he is now.
Yeah. And Gannon getting a birdie with his eyes closed at this point.
These all should be routine for these guys. Connor preventing the diamond frame.
Yeah, hole 10 played 0.1 over par. This one plays 0.1 under par. Quite a few more birdies for the field. Good to see Casey bounce back after a tough middle there. That's going to bring us into hole 12. 1,000 feet, par 5. Tee box pitched over here on the right. Just get out into this open fairway, Scull fairway here, and then just take as much distance as you can. If you have elite distance here, you can grab the eagle, as we saw in round 1. But if not, simple par 5 for the elite guys here, and should just grab their birdie.
Yeah, and the big arms you're going to see really force a turnover close to the trees there on the right so that they push. So, because once you pass those trees, it kind of opens up, pushes a little bit more right. But you also need to rely on the stability of your disc to be able to bring you back closer to the center. We saw Gannon just shaves this off super tight. A lot of airspace.
That airplane tripped me out. I was like, is it a bird? Is it a plane? It's Gannon disc almost going OB.
Yeah, and I think that was just a touch too stable.
Yeah, probably a little nose up.
That's great. Far enough left to be able to open it up.
Yo, Connor is balling on this coverage right now. I don't think eagle is in play.
And so that's out. Yes.
That is not good.
The phrase hit a house comes up a lot in disc golf, and Gannon literally just hit a house.
It's all right. These properties are probably used to so many golf balls coming in, breaking windows.
Love to see the roller play again.
Yeah, this needs to hook up sooner. This
Yeah,
is
way too wide. But pin high.
Yeah, you can get aggressive on the putt too, because you kind of have the backstop. Beautiful backdrop, by the way, if you've ever been to Vegas. If not,
Oh, yeah. Pushing more to the right, I think, was the better play. And fun fact here is that if you climb over the fence to go get your disc from a neighboring property, that is enough to disqualify you from the event.
I can believe it.
So you will not see anyone retrieving their own discs.
I thought you were going to say something like you lose a foot, kind of like what they would do in the casinos if they caught you cheating.
I'm thinking more of like a Sandlot situation.
Yeah.
The Beast.
I mean, the amount of dogs that are in some of those backyards, maybe the guy with the leaf blower just comes over and keeps blowing your face until you crust up from all the dryness of the desert.
Great par save.
Two shots that he probably did not love, and to walk away with a par, it's got to be a good feeling. Silver lining to everything. The rest of the guys should be able to grab their birdies. How many eagles do you think there were today?
2.
Just one. Chris Warfield, congratulations, bud. Taking one on the entire field.
You want a new disc, but you're overwhelmed by all of the options. Well, we've got you covered. Meet the Innova Pathfinder Guides, a series of graphics that match a set of discs for your style of play, curated by our own Riley O'Neill and Eric Schwann. Whether you're the beginner, the crusher, or anywhere in between, we've got a lineup for you. So scan the QR code, find a guide that matches your style of play, and discover your path to a better game. If you haven't seen these, you're missing out. All right, back to the action.
Hole 13, 363-foot par 3, sand bunker hazard, short, golf green OB, left. You're going to see traditionally just a big hyzer, push past the bunker, play into the hillsides here.
Good shot from Casey. So it'll be about 20 feet or so. Oh.
Yeah, great stop. I think someone slammed the porta potty. Yeah. So great stop. Really good to reset. Able to catch yourself because you hate to lose a stroke because of someone else on the property.
Yeah. He's going to scoot over to the other side of the hill. We saw that round one. Makes it a little bit of a death putt with the hazard right behind the basket.
I definitely think you want to play shorter. It is slightly uphill. So that 363 probably feels more like 375.
That's looking pretty good. Similar to Emerson there.
Just about the same. Much wider approach here. Still some danger behind the pin from there as well.
Everyone in the circle. Ooh. Little high there from Connor, but it finds the chains in the basket just enough to snag another birdie. 7 under now. Starting to really string them together.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
Only 1 stroke off of our leader. Not the first inside the circle missed putt we have seen today.
That's a turkey for Emerson. Gobble, gobble. That was a slight headwind, slight uphill for him too, so being able to connect dead center, always great. And a full swing of green here for Casey, 4 in a row. Starting to bounce himself back after a slow start on the front.
It's like betting, you know, you get knocked down, you got to get back up again. We're moving to hole 14, par 3, 480 or 65 feet. This is one of the harder holes on the course to snag the birdie. It's OB green, inside the circle, right over there to the left. Path can come into play if you turn one over. It's just really tough to reach the green here.
I think the backhand flex line on the right is a good play because as it fades back, plays into the hillside a little bit, removing you a little further away from that OB up on the left. You do flirt with OB on the path if you push too far right.
Yeah, it's a good spot to be for Emerson.
And that's way too turned over.
Good tree.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's a good tree. We're seeing Gannon disc up on this hole. Round 1 only throwing overstable putter.
So instead, just throw a mid-range 460. He's going to be inside the circle.
Great approach from Connor.
Emerson able to give this a long bid. Ooh. Gannon, edge of circle for a rare birdie. And he gets it. How many birdies on the day, you think, here?
Well, we saw Calvin on 1. He may have gotten it again, so I'm going to say 2 again.
4.
All right.
Calvin was one of the other 4, though. So you are right there. Calvin snagging the birdie both rounds on the very challenging hole 14. 0.35 over par. So more than a quarter stroke.
All right, let's get into hole 15, 427-foot par 3. A lot of chatter amongst the players as it's still very new and maybe not the most popular. They push the pin back about 80 feet or so from previous years. Safe play is honestly playing into the old green, but it is guarded by some palms from there. Or you push long, swing entirely back into bounds. Very low from Casey.
Oh, no. Nope.
A lot of tight OB. And I know that, you know, if players aren't a big fan of it, I'd like to see them keep this whole position for another year and see what it plays like next year after everyone's kind of learned it a little bit more.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it makes you have to throw a very precise shot. And like we said, like you can lay up. You just throw it to the old pin placement. You can easily take a 3.
I mean, if you have a 430-foot shot, you couldn't just do that too. See, I'm 50-50 on the decision so far. Because I think the players are bringing up good points, but I also think that there's still time to kind of break it.
Oh, this would have been such a good birdie to grab. Oh, no. So 2 missed opportunities from the guys here. This came in a full stroke over par. 4.03. Only 4 birdies on the day. And that man, Calvin.
He got it again?
So he got 14 and 15.
Wow.
Both rounds. The 2 hardest holes on the course. He took 4 strokes, maybe even more. Home stretch here for moving day. Par 4, 693 feet. This one, it's been the same over the past couple years. Haven't really seen any changes. This first shot here, you just pump one pretty far. You do have OB on the left you have to worry about. And really it comes down to this second shot. Speed control, you have that OB green. And then the theme of really this course, that sloping green on the backside.
What another crush. Wow.
Yeah, the hole becomes a lot easier when you only have 150 feet to approach on your second shot. So that gets, yeah.
Oh.
Gets a little too flirty. So you can see that bunker bottom left.
I think that's pushing too far left too, in danger of OB. Doesn't curl back in, so Case is going to find himself out as well.
You really just want to turn one. Kind of what Emerson's doing there. Because being on the right side is not the worst. Like, I think that is perfectly fine.
That's crushed too. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Looked like maybe he clipped something there.
Good shot from Emerson.
Yeah.
Looks like it stays up there. Connor's going to have a lot of work to save his par. Same with Casey, having to get...
Oh, great tree.
Gannon making it look easy. Connor, this is huge for the par.
Oh, yeah. What a save.
Oh, yeah. Sloping green right behind the basket, so you are getting aggressive. Well deserved, well executed. Par save there. Gannon starting to rack up a couple more strokes here at the end, get a little more separation. Good bounce back for Emerson.
All right, hole 17, triple Mando off the tee, 322 foot, slightly downhill. The play is that middle to right gap, forehand, flex it, have it beat this rock wall. The drone is approaching now and flare up into the green.
Back in the day when I was doing catch cam, I remember there was no triple Mando here and everyone used to go up and over.
Oh, narrowly gets over, gets stopped by the tree, keeping him close.
So I really like this triple Mando. I think it forces a technical shot here late in your round. And I think the righty forehand flex is the shot.
Yeah, and it's not a ton of carry. I mean, slightly downhill, you're looking at like 290 to cross the rock wall. Can't really get much better than that one. Casey's was starting to fade out a little too quickly. Hits a tree, pushes him left. A lot of meat on the bone still.
His par is not the worst here. Did come in over par, so still gaining strokes on the folks. But a birdie you want to grab here late in the round. Connor does just that.
Getting him to 8 down so far for the round.
Par for Casey. He probably just wants to finish this last hole. Come back final round, make a push, try to get a podium. Final hole here for round 3. Hole 18, par 3, 392 feet. Theme of the course, you got this golf green here, OB in front of the basket, and just enough slope to cause a rollaway here. Kind of a tight gap for the guys. I don't think it's anything to worry too much about. Really, that tree over there, you have to pick if you want to go to the right or the left of it. Gannon.
Oh, yeah.
Showing the right side, keep it wide, get another birdie. Good shot from Connor as well. Circle's edge.
Yeah, if he doesn't mark it, he's got a stepper. But as you can see, righty hyzer play, pretty standard for the crowd.
I wish 392 feet hyzer was standard for.
We're just in a different crowd.
Yeah. Okay. Casey going a little more direct. Great shot though. Could finish there with a birdie. Ooh, stay, and it does.
He says it's fine. Walk away with the 3. 8 down is a very respectable round, especially when you're playing with elites who are on tour each and every week. So
Emerson matching though with the 8 down. 25 under. Tough on the green for Casey today, but a good way to finish. Grabs the birdie, gets a putt to bring the confidence coming into the final day. Tap in for Gannon. Leaving with a turkey. So it's going to finish up moving day here, Derek. Gannon with that early bogey, but stack of green there at the end. Casey gets himself back under par.
Connor, the only clean one on the back nine. No red on his card.
Love to see it as Calvin with the scorcher 12 down, bringing him within distance for that win. We're going to see Emerson and Connor one final time. Final round, Championship Sunday.
Yeah, there you have it, folks, as we close out on moving day here at the 25th anniversary of the LVC. I'd like to thank everyone who has been a Patreon supporter. Each and every one of your support has helped us over the years. We greatly appreciate it. We really appreciate Innova for making this coverage possible, and we appreciate all of you for watching. So we will see you on the final.